We all know what a good manager looks like. They're totally essential, they keep things running smoothly. But then there are leaders, the kind of people who don't just manage what's there, they completely transform it. Today we're going to dig into what it takes to get from just managing to having that kind of legendary impact.
So let's start with a big question, right? What really, truly separates a good, effective manager from a leader that people talk about for years? It's not just a handful of new skills or some clever tactics. As you're about to see, it's a fundamental shift in how you operate, and it all starts from the inside out.
And that's where the journey has to begin. Not with trying to manage other people, but with mastering your own inner game. Because really, the absolute foundation of all great leadership is self-awareness.
Think about it. Most of the time, when we think of learning, it's pretty passive, right? We read the book, we consume the knowledge. But this is different. This is about embodying new practices so deeply that they become who you are. We're talking about rewiring your core assumptions, actually dismantling those old beliefs that have been holding you back.
And the main tool for this is building some serious emotional intelligence. So instead of just letting your moods run the show, you learn to see them for what they are: data. You start to recognize how a certain mood in the room is shaping performance. And then you can actually shift an unproductive mood, like resignation, to one that restores a sense of possibility. This is huge. It moves you from just unconsciously reacting to situations to intentionally responding, which of course lets you make much clearer, more grounded choices.
Okay, so once you start getting that internal clarity, how do you get it out into the world? How do you translate it into real action? Well, the answer is in the language you choose to use. Your words are literally the bridge between your inner game and your outer impact. To build anything, you need the right tools. It's the same in leadership, but your tools are what some people call speech acts. By really mastering these 4 specific types of language, making powerful offers, clear requests, solid promises, and bold declarations, you stop just talking. You start having conversations that actually coordinate action and create tangible results in the real world.
Now here's a game changer that separates a credible leader from, well, someone just spouting an opinion. It's called a grounded assessment. See, anyone can have a hot take, but a grounded assessment? That's an interpretation built on a solid foundation of observable facts and shared standards. When you master this, your decisions just carry more weight, your confidence grows, and your credibility, it just soars.
So what happens when you combine that mastered inner game with this incredibly precise language of leadership? Well, your external impact just starts to amplify. This is the point where you begin building real presence, serious influence, and a genuine capacity for innovation.
And this is the ultimate outcome, isn't it? You move beyond just being effective in a meeting. You start to build a reputation that walks into the room before you do. You literally become the kind of leader whose impact and integrity people notice and respect, and talk about.
The classic leadership frustration isn't usually a lack of ideas. It's seeing all these unmet needs and untapped opportunities all around you, but feeling like you don't have a real framework to do anything about them. It's one thing to see what's possible, but it's a whole other thing to actually make it happen.
So the solution is to learn how to make a strategic offer. This is the tool. This is the framework that turns a cool idea into an actual executed commitment. By learning how to design these high-value strategic offers, you create the vehicle for proposing bold, innovative actions that actually move the business forward.
And all of this, mastering yourself, your language, your impact, it all culminates in the ultimate expression of leadership, building and inspiring truly high-performing teams. You need all those other pieces in place to create a genuine culture of accountability and trust.
Just look at this table. It shows the shift so clearly. You're moving away from that world of vague intentions, dropped balls, and that constant, exhausting follow-up. And you're stepping into a world that's built on crystal clear commitments, full accountability, and the kind of deep trust that only comes when you know people will do what they promise to do.
So how do you get to that deep trust and connection? It starts with a number, 13. This number represents the 13 fundamental domains of human concern, the big things like family, our career, our health, our dignity. When you understand that every single person on your team is driven by these core concerns, you can lead with real empathy and connect to what truly motivates.
When you finally put all of these pieces together, the result is a culture that just feels completely different. It's a team that's aligned around clear commitments. It's built on that deep trust and accountability we talked about. It's a place that knows how to leverage everyone's diverse strengths, and it's totally united by a purpose that makes collaboration feel powerful and, well, meaningful. So ultimately, what we've really laid out here is a pathway. It's the journey from being a perfectly good manager to becoming a truly influential leader. Someone who doesn't just manage tasks, but shapes outcomes, builds people up, and leaves an impact that lasts. So, we'll leave you with this final thought. Your leadership is a story, and you're the one writing it every single day. The only real question is, are you ready to write its next, most impactful chapter?